And there we go. We are live on YouTube, gentlemen. I've opened your mics as well here on Discord, so you are live, just FYI. And I see I haven't set up my bar at the top for some reason yet. Wow. Just popped in mind there. Okay, guys, so long story short, we are testing 7E10, and we are flying the same route as always now in the last couple of days because it's easier to just identify the problems because we know what to expect, same route. The difference is tonight we have a group of guys flying with, well, at least two of them, and yeah, so we're just gonna fly it online. If you guys want to join us on our video, feel free. You're welcome. I've started setting up already while we were waiting for the music and everything, so I'm almost done. Obviously need to cross the T's and dot the I's, just make sure everything is proper. And welcome Kent. Right.
Paul's well en route already.
Oh, he's such a nice guy. Yeah, I know. What a wonderful...
He's clearing the clouds. He's making a trench through the ocean.
You see. My English is now leaving me a little bit here, but he's like one of these firefighters doing these, burns in the summertime to prevent the winter problems. I don't know what you call that in English, but anyway, he's doing his job. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it, man. At least now you can warn me.
Pleasure.
If there's a problem. Hello, Peter.
Yeah, he's removing all the birds that are in your path that might have got into an engine.
Aha. What a guy. Right, reserves. We'll just make it to cost index 20 and 250 345 at 21. Hello, Andrew. Welcome. And I see Discord's filling up nicely. Welcome, guys.
Hello, Nico. Evening.
Hello, Kiss.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Nico. I'm setting up the flight as well.
Excellent. Right, so we have 147. All the rest is done. 5.5. Come on, trim wheel.
Trim up.
Hello, Uncle John. See you there on the text. Right, okay, I'm just waiting for alignment and then I'll be ready to go. Maybe I must do my automatic unicorn quickly. By the way, just FYI for Mako, if you're watching, I am using the beta test version of the ACAR system and so far so good. I like the new way or the new icons on the side and the new map. I just like it. It looks nice. Right. Flight. Right, seems it's done, so let's start putting everybody in place.
Captain has found the fasten seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take your at this time and please fasten your seatbelt. Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
Down to cockpit, so is driving up.
Right, so we are 5 guys flying together. That's awesome.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure. Before start procedure completed.
Thank you, Linda.
So connected and bypass sign inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes
Parking
released.
pushback. And you may start engine.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Guys, I have a quick question, just general for anybody in Discord or on the stream. Have you guys come across iVao's altitude client once you've installed it that your X-plane does not start up, that the X-plane itself crashes or do something? That's not nice.
No,
I
sir.
hadn't noticed it, Nico.
No, works fine.
Somebody, my
25
mistake.
and
Somebody
2.
spoke to me earlier, a new member here on Discord, and he said that he has to use XIVAP because the altitude client is a problem for him. And I mean, I've never heard of this.
Neither have I. Maybe some installation procedure is not properly done.
I would check the forums.
That's what I said. I told him to go to the forums because it's kind of out of my scope to do the support on that. You know, it's just I can look at it, and I think if he comes to Discord here and we can all look at it maybe together, share a screen or something, we can work it out. I just think it's going to be quicker to just ask on the IVO forum, you know, what's spotting.
Yes, sir. I think that's
Starter
the best
cutout.
idea.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine. Twenty-five and 2.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure completed.
Ah, you know what? I didn't check the red line again. Ah.
It's
Hi.
about it was about 2 seconds on earlier on today when we checked on 8.
Yeah, but now with 10, I don't know if it's been worked on again, so it would have been nice if I just checked and I just completely forgot.
So we've disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thank you, Mr. Tow Truck Guy. That's not good news. Hey, Bopino.
Flaps 5 set.
Right, well, we're going to try the same. I'm going to save some flights for us again, and then we can play a little bit as well.
Taxi lights on.
Oh, the one thing that we noticed was
Approaching runways.
flying the magenta on takeoff.
Mm-hmm.
It's following the magenta line now, even at 250 knots at OE.
On runway 28.
Apart from this time, it isn't quite.
Well, we're going to check what happens now. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Three-minute separation, guys.
Before takeoff procedure completed.
I just wanted to overhaul you, Nico.
Stabilized.
Yeah, Owen.
That was my
Takeoff thrust
fastest
set.
setup until now.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings from Vancouver
80
to everyone.
knots.
How's it mean?
Throttle hold.
Dimitri, hello.
Hello, Dimitri.
Hi, Dimitri.
Good evening, Mr. Dimitri. I wish to say thank you, sir, for all the help yesterday with my settings in graphic settings.
Positive rate.
Thanks,
Gear up.
it helped a lot.
Gear up.
I'm glad it did. You're welcome, Krister.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Great.
Runway turn off, lights off.
Paul, I've got an anomaly on this release.
It's not an airspeed at Gerver, is it?
Yes, and consequently, 213 have you got? A blacker?
211. I've got cruise
213. 213 at Blacker, 213 at Gerver.
Negative. I have cruise speed 295 at Blacker, 211 at Gerver, and then 250 or below at Turnberry.
Ah. I wonder if that's weight related, but yeah, my Blacker is 213. Can you check that on your legs page when
Flaps
you're
up.
airborne, Nico, please?
And set.
What's your cruise, Mac?
$290.
What's your cruise flight level?
Approaching transition.
23.
Right, I'm at 190. So where's your top of descent? Is it before or after Blacker?
I haven't got there yet. Hang on.
Transition altitude.
Before Blacker.
Alright, so you've got a reduced descent speed then, in other words.
Yeah, but 213?
I know, and if you look in the descent page, it'll be standard 278, I should think.
Uncle John, are you watching a football game or something?
It's an old race. It's the James Hunt.
Okay, I'm taking off.
I'm lining up.
Uncle John. On my Discord. Okay, iPad. Sorry, I thought you wanted to say something.
Right, Nico.
Yeah.
Can you go to your legs page, please?
I'm there.
We can't see it.
I'll count to 8.
Right, now go to the black, one before, page 1. Legs page 1. Oh. Yeah. Right, Blacker, see where you've got 211? Now, your descent, are you flying flight level 23, are you?
25.
25, right. That 211, that's not descent speed, you see?
Nope.
And if you look, if you go to quickly to plan mode,
Give me a
if
second.
you don't mind.
Yeah, give me a second.
See, your descents.
Yeah, there.
Right, and your descent is before Blacker, your top of descent, right?
Yeah.
So it should be descent speed, but 213 isn't descent speed, is it? Or you've got 211 now, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. The descent speed is different. That's why I went here.
Yeah. And that shouldn't be in, that's a fault, don't you agree?
Yeah.
Should be 240.
Well, according to the descent page there, it's 278. So anyway, whichever way it goes,
Yeah.
we'll keep an eye on it.
Okay. And my top of climb wasn't quite on top of my magenta line. It was.
The Earth is so beautiful.
Mine looks on top of my magenta line.
Okay.
It's not square perfect in the middle, but it's definitely on top
Oh,
of it.
we know that. Paul and I have already mentioned that it looks more tangential than actually over the top. But mine, there was a clear gap between top of climb circle and the magenta line.
Okay.
6194 taking off, runway 28 left.
Enjoy. While we are here, we might as well quickly start doing all of this.
Thousand to level off.
1,000 to go.
Paul, what did yours command in the descent?
Hello, Aubrey.
I changed that speed to what it should, but otherwise fine.
I'll leave it to run as it is and see what happens then.
Okay.
Ah, we've got ATC. Ryan Moore. If he calls me, I'm gonna go offline because I need to fly the route. I can't use vectors at this point in time. Hello, Cole. Welcome, welcome.
Paul, if you got 2 seconds to look, although it's commanding 212 Gerber, it's still only commanded descent speed 278.
Okay. Have you got the decel points from 250 down to 240?
Exactly. That's why I say, Kent, I'll disconnect if he wants to control me. Unfortunately, we need to fly the route the way it's meant to be to get the comparison.
Doesn't look like it at the moment, Paul.
Well, I didn't, but it did fly the decel.
No, I haven't got them there. One thing we noticed with Fix8 Nico was the green information, you know, like the decel things and all the rest of it. If you step through the plan from takeoff, any information from like Lanark onwards, none of the green dot information was there. But once you progress along the track and you passed over certain decel points and top of climbs and all the rest of it, they started to appear. So we're wondering whether there's a maximum number of these green data elements you can have on the list, and it has to progress as the route progresses.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's got to do with a maximum amount. It may be a distance limit. You know, what's the point in putting something on this screen if it's out of range? You know what I'm saying? But it's a good idea. We must ask. You know, it is a possibility for sure. Hello, Steve.
I thought I'd mention it here in case if Zibo decides to, you know, have a spy at this video for any reason. I thought I'd just...
Yeah, You know, you're welcome.
It was a question that crossed our minds, and we discussed when we did the flight earlier, but that was with E8.
Gotcha. Well, I don't have my 10,000 foot rings at all in this version. No idea why not.
No, I haven't got them either. But is this business about the 212 business that's sort of like confused us a bit? Because my GLW and my GAL04 are all 212 knots, whereas when it was computed in the slowdown to Lanark's 230, GLW was still 230. It's not making sense at the moment to me.
Exactly, Kent. Only Zibo will know how he thought about that one. Okay, so here's my plan, just FYI. I'm gonna complete this flight land, and then I'm gonna restore the flight to a number 4. I'll save a number 4. I've already got number 2 and 3, so I'll save number 4 somewhere between that waypoint and that waypoint. So maybe just after that one. What is it called? Curva. So that we've got a bit of a chance to continue. You know what? In actual fact, let's save it now. Because of that decel point, let's just take that into consideration. So we're going to come back here, and then we're going to look, I've just disconnected from ATC because he wants to talk to me. If somebody can just maybe explain to him that I can't talk to him right now.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Thank you. Just apologize. I hate doing that, but can't get off track now. So then we'll do the direct to and see what happens to the magenta line and all these things and so on.
My decel point for Lanark just appeared, Nico.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Agree with you, Kent.
Mark, it's flying 230 knots from Gale 04 to the next waypoint, even though the FMC says it's slower.
Crazy, isn't it, at the moment? Don't make sense.
I don't know.
Well, there's obviously something going on with the code a bit. Something else, Nico. Because the GAL or GLW is 3000A and GAL04 is 3000A and the D225K is 24000A, the first hard point is the FF1. You'll find that if it does continuous descent path, the actual descent element after Lanark from the 7000 doesn't actually start until between GAL and GAL04.
Okay. I can see that.
what we did was we removed deleted the 3000A at
1000 to level off.
GLW and GAL04 earlier on when we were testing it. And obviously the VNAV path outs recalculated into those spaces. And that's how we discovered it.
Is he called Scotland radar?
I have no idea. Call him Center. Just say Center, good evening. That's it.
Center, okay.
Scottish Control it's called.
Scottish Control, thank you.
I think so too, Kent. I'm not going to modify anything. I'm going to let it ride just like it should, you know, without modifying anything. Let's see where it works, where it falls out the bus. And like I said, after landing, we can come back and then change things and, you know, heat it up a little bit.
Mine also did the transition down to 240 knots at 10,000 pull, although I had no
rings.
Green, no rings, yeah.
Got it.
Cool.
I reckon that was a weather update that it does just now. Wow. It's 240 and it's slowing. So no rings, but it's not too bad on that transition.
No, it's not too bad. It does need a bit of adjustment when he gets round to the VNAV side of things, but no.
Hello, Andy.
Right. Paul, did yours automatically go into descent after 7,000 or not?
Yes, it did.
Where?
Approaching transition.
Where it said it would. I don't know, man.
Okay, I know you must be getting near finals now.
I'm down. It's just that it flew it really nicely, so I didn't actually note when it did it properly. I'm kind of tuned to when it doesn't. You know,
oh, that's weird. Oh, this is weird.
I'll be with you.
Well, just as we were approaching Lanark for the 7,000, I wound it down to 3,000. When I turned, it didn't stop the descent.
Oh.
So I was above profile for ages. But now all of a sudden it's leveled off at 5,000 for no, and I've got nothing set to tell it to level off at 5,000.
Do you have the correct QNH 1022?
1013 for Glasgow.
Negative.
Mine has now changed to 1023, Mac. That's your problem. You're on the wrong QNH.
He gets pardon. I got it all set wrong. I'll forget a lot of the information I'm saying then. But even that only gets me, didn't say I'll fly it again afterwards.
Well, we need to be 7,000 and above, not on 7,000. That is the requirement. So I think 270 foot above is still,
am looking forward
exactly
to next weekend.
where we should be. So let's see. See when we start our descent for the next.
Lanark is 7,000 hard, Nico.
Is Lanark 7,000 odd? Didn't get checked that. What's his name? Thought it was above. Oh, Lanark is 7,000 odd. Apologies. You see, Krista, that's also true. Well, we currently have 1023 in the X-plane as well, so potato, potato, tomato, tomato.
Paul, something else that's noticeable this time, CF05, instead of doing 2400A, is 2400.
It always was.
Was it? I thought.
Yeah.
Well, both those two were they?
They were.
Okay.
Because it was me putting the A after it for the Charlie Fox point that triggered that recalculation, redrawing business, if you remember. Which is no longer a problem because I've checked it.
Yeah, Christian, I was 270 foot high, so it's 7,270 foot. Now it needs to start thinking about descending, and it's still not doing it. Enough path is increasing, and we're not going down at all. MCP is set to 2,400. Yeah, I've pressed the altitude intervention, so let's go. Yeah, it was supposed to calculate everything automatically, Krister.
Transition level.
Yeah, I didn't see a descent point, sorry I missed that, but the fact of the matter is VNAV started to go down on the ND and it didn't command the nose down, so I didn't block it at any point in time. It's supposed to have gone down.
I had the same, Nico, because it's at transition altitude as well, isn't it? And so I was left a couple of 100 feet high there, but I gave it a nudge down and it settled down to 7,000 feet then. Okay. And I did get the decel point, so maybe because you weren't quite there, it ignored it. I don't know.
It could be, but whatever the situation is, it's not right.
Yeah.
At least the flickering is gone and that arc is now remaining in position.
And you have a distance and a bypass. Sometimes it just says bypass without a distance. That's interesting.
Flaps 1 set. 1,000 to level off. Localizer capture.
1,000 to go.
Flaps 5 set.
Man, this is a beautiful area,
Glide slope capture. Flaps 15 set. Flaps 30 set.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude.
Taxi lights on.
Clear the runway, Nico.
Approaching 05.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Wow, that was harder than I thought.
Reverse unlocked. Auto brake in use.
345, damn it. Please release me now. Not yet, Kristen, not yet.
60 knots. Yet. Brilliant landing.
Right.
Nice one, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I think a couple of people will not like that. Right, okay, so let's go. Load flight number 4.
Flaps up.
1,000 to go.
And set. Runway turn off, lights off. Taxi lights off. 1000 to level off. Stabilized.
And there you go. Alright, so I can confirm that's a problem. The moment you go direct to, you have a problem. Then you have to cycle it and then it comes back. Alright. Hmm.
1,000 to go.
Oh, and you know what else he did? He threw away Lanark. I went to Lanark, dropped, and it dropped Lanark, and it dropped the magenta, and then it goes to the next waypoint. That's what's happened. Interesting. Now we know.
Approaching transition. Transition altitude. So you are married? Lucky girl.
Christer, I don't know. For the tests, obviously I have to do what I need to do to test. So we will test all the other stuffs a little bit later.
Well, how I ended up getting that, I have no idea. Got 5 stars landing and approach, Nico.
Okay.
But, yeah. I'll take it.
Right, well, I've just written my short summary. I mean, I literally just have these 2 issues with the thing left now, so... There's not much left to do. It's this VNAV that didn't work after Lanark, and then just the magenta line that disappeared. I don't know.
But there's also that business, you also had it where the speed on the descent as displayed FMC I've got a couple of shots of that, so I can back it up with some pictures.
Approaching transition.
There you go. I've added that as well.
Transition level.
The actual map view it through and everything, spot on.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting close. We're getting really close now.
Yeah, yeah. That's not to say other approaches wouldn't throw up other problems, but...
Yeah, no, of course.
Want me to throw in a picture now then, Nico?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. As a reference, why not? Why? Another nosedive.
Flaps 5 set. Thousand to level off.
1,000 to go.
$2,500.
Think rate.
1,000 to go.
Think rate. Think rate.
Oh, I didn't see I was muted.
Flaps 15 set.
There comes Anthony.
Flaps 30 set.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch altitude.
Taxi lights on.
Approaching 0-5.
Approaching minimums. 200 minimums. 100. 50.
Skymatix flight
40.
100 is in.
30. 20. 10.
Excellent.
Speed breakup.
Now I'll have to check in the logbook what that landing rate was because I closed the VA. What's his name? But it looked a bit better than before, eh? Thank you, Mac. I see you've posted your pics there, so great stuff.
Brilliant landing. Nice one, sir.
Don't think you can actually pull it out. This is such a nice utility, but it's sorted the wrong way around. It must work bottom to top, not top to bottom, because you always struggle to get to the bottom. T20. So it's the previous one 346, this was 220, so much better. Okay, well, ladies and gents, that's it. Unless you've got questions or something you want to add, I mean, that concludes the test flight for me. I've given my report to Zibo. See, Max done his bit. So obviously, Flight Deck to Sim will give his side of the story, and we'll probably get another test to do. So we'll talk to you again at some point in time. You guys must have a good rest of your Sunday, and thank you so much for spending time with us. It's nice to actually have you guys on board here and watching all the hard work happening. So thank you very much. It's my pleasure for sharing and pleasure for having you guys here. Talk soon, guys. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, Nico.
Thank you, Nico.